Hello everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today in this video we're going through the interesting features that might some furniture ideas. Yeah, you're seeing through a Herobrine banner which I specifically made using the loom block. But without further ado, let's get on with the build. Yeah, I have to put it on top of a door so that it looks as if like it's a pattern made onto a crimson door. And the reason why I chose crimson is because, well, blood. Yeah, and just to prevent the hostile mobs from coming inside, I've actually put some sweet berries in there. I also put some, as you can actually see, there's also some magma blocks next door over here. As you can see that, that's the magma blocks there. I did it on everywhere else, but today, it's weird. I never seen a block appear like that. And yeah, there's some holes over here. But today in this video, we're going into the, I think, some interesting furniture ideas that might actually come in handy when you actually like making some furniture. So let's get on with the video. Just ignore that. That's just a small little hole. Ray just got started. But anyhow, let's get on with the build. So the materials that we're going to use in order to make a microwave. So actually, today in this video, we're going to be making a microwave. So the first thing that we're going to make is actually a microwave. It's pretty much easy. You're actually going to need a iron block over here. And next thing you need is actually a glass pane. Now, usually in the older version of Minecraft, you sometimes use glass blocks. But now we have glass panes, which is basically, I don't know exactly what's the recipe, but actually you need nine glass blocks to make a glass pane, and I'll actually show you guys at the end of the video exactly. Or you know what? Never mind. You can actually find the crafting grid, and you can just craft a glass pane for yourself. Just one glass pane will be enough. If you have some extra, you can make it for the windows. But I prefer using this one as actually it's a very distinct one. Because first of all, you can see clearly with the same thing of the glass block, but again, it's actually, you know, just looks as if it's a little bit detailed. Now the next thing that we're going to use is any wooden trapdoors as much as possible. Now I actually specifically tell you guys to actually make a pattern like this. Now we're going to use the blackstone. Now if you guys don't have the 1.16, I'm actually using the warped blocks. So this is basically warped planks and warped trapdoor, which basically has like a wavy kind of pattern, which is really interesting. And you can actually make that kind of pattern. But if you guys do not have it, you can actually use any type of wood you want. You can actually use the birch planks, you could use the oak planks, you could use anything you want. And if you don't have the blackstone block, if you don't have blackstone, you could actually use a block of coal. Either of it, just giving a black texture. Now we're gonna put one black block over here, and we're gonna make something like this, just like that. And then all we're gonna do is basically put it in such a way that it's actually just encased within the walls. So we're gonna make it look as if actually it's encased behind the walls. You can replace that and put it like that. But I prefer this also is also cool, but again it's up to you. So here we have a microwave. You can actually put some slabs at the bottom so that it looks as if it's actually standing on the slabs while it's actually encased onto the area there. Then you can put some trapdoors over here as well. I don't mind if you actually put trapdoors right here, but again it just kind of shows it as a, so it basically is a pattern that starts from here and continues forward over here. And you could actually put one plank like that, but again it's just up to you. I just you could leave the pattern like that, or you could just simply break it, but again it's up to you. Now what about, you may be wondering exactly why do I have a cake piece. Well, let's say if you actually want to bake some cake, you can put that in there, and let's actually eat something. And if let's say we actually want to save it in the microwave, there you go. Now you can't eat the cake because first thing you need to do is basically break the glass pane, and you don't really want to mind your I don't know, if your friend actually made a cake, or your parents actually made a cake, you don't want to like um steal and actually eat as much as possible, as much as possible. I don't mind about that, but again, it's up to you. It's just showing delicacy, or just like that, and there you go. Now you actually got yourself a microwave for yourself. Now you may be wondering exactly something's missing. That's right, the buttons. So you can actually use, so you can sometimes use zero space. Dang it! What am I pressing? I must have pressed V. There we go, and then you can actually put capital O like that, and then 0, 0, 0. And there you go, you got yourself the button thing. Now that is how you make a microwave. Next up, we got ourselves the next piece. Just first, hold on for a second. I'm just gonna move all of these so that we now actually get into the real stuff. This is, I guess, a very interesting piece that you can actually add if you're actually in the kitchen. So this is, yes, you can actually add this one into your kitchen. It's fine, but again, it will actually take a lot of space. Next up, we're going to talk about is the hot plate stove, or short, the stove. Now, if you have the education edition, if you guys have Java edition, there might be an option in the settings where you can actually switch on the education edition, and you will have the education edition blocks. Like for example, you could use the material reducer as a sort of as an item to show the hot stove block. Now the reason why I'm saying it is because this block, you can actually see it has like the holes on it, and it's a really interesting one, because you could put anything that you want. You could actually put, you could actually make it look as if a cake is cooking on it, or you could actually show it's like as if it's baking something. Let's say you actually want to show this actually baking some potatoes. So all you gotta do is actually actually get an item frame. Just just don't right click it, because actually will take you to the chemistry inventory like that, and then boom, there you go. Now if you have a mod where actually this item frame is invisible, then I think it might actually help, but again, it's just up to you. Or I actually prefer, if you want to show that something is really cooking and it actually looks as if it's a invisible thing. Let's say if actually it's something like milk is cooking, you can put this one, because again, it actually has the dirt texture. I know that, but actually it has looks exactly like the chocolate flavor in a flower pot, but it's basically the dirt texture. Now actually, all around these edges of the material reducer is basically that. But if you're actually doing against a wall, which I'm going to be using again, let's actually use scripts planks for now. So I'm going to create a little bit of a wall. I'm going to make sure that actually this thing is connected. There we go. So if you actually want to make 2 plate stuffs, you can actually, if you just want to surround the edges with the wooden planks, it's actually okay. If you don't want it, you can actually put some trapdoors around it, just to show it actually has a wooden texture on it. And if you actually just put it outside, then yeah, you can actually put the trapdoor like that. And there you go, you got something cooking on it. Or you could just show this one. Now, actually, something is very interesting about this one, because this one, just take a look at the material reducer for a second. The material reducer has a little bit of stains on it, and the stains could actually be probably representing that you were trying to cook something, and I guess there was a little bit of mess created. So yeah, you could also use this block in order to show that this is a gas stove with a little bit of a stain. I think that's okay. Like for example, this must be ketchup sauce. This must be a little bit of orange peels. This must be the veggie materials here. A little bit of I don't know, what's a salsa sauce, something like that. And yeah, you can actually come up with the different designs for yourself. But again, it's actually up to you. And also this thing is actually directional. So you can actually make one stuff over here or one stuff over here. Now, actually, another thing that I want to point out is actually there's a little bit of buttons on it. Now, those are basically if you're actually doing some chemistry stuff, then you could actually like put an item over here, and you could get all of the blocks from this sort of thing. I don't know. I've never seen a material reducer in the real world, so I don't know exactly how it looks like in the real world. So sorry, but you could actually use it as like these things. These things are actually knobs, which you could actually like turn down or actually turn up the heat. So like for example this. So like for example this one over here is basically the turn down knob, whereas this one is here is actually the turn off, turn up knob, and this one might be an on and off switch. I think that's up to you. Or I think this one over here is an on and off switch, because actually this one is off, this one's on. So yeah, you could actually use that as well. And I guess inside you could actually put some stuff in there. Like for example, you could put what is that? You can actually put it's a little as if it's actually like an oven down here. So it's basically a stove with an oven underneath. I don't know exactly what those stuff is. I guess this must be hammers, something like that. I don't know. But again, it's up to you. Or if you actually want two stuffs next to each other, you can make it like that. And also another thing is if you want to show that it's opened up, you can make it like this, or you could just make it like this. Again, it's actually up to you. So it's definitely up to you guys. I mean, I'm just saying this block is only available in Education Edition itself and none of the other editions. But if you really want to but if you do not have Education Edition and you want to make a hot stuff for yourself, you can do that. And let me show you exactly what I mean. So what you need to do is you need to get some material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hold up, I'm going to get some smooth stone over here, and I'm going to show you what I really meant. So let's get some of these things right here. Alright, so if you do not have the Education Edition thing and you do not have this block, you can make your own stuff for yourself. And I'm going to show you right next to it. So all you got to do is actually make two like this, and then put the detector rail on, like, okay, I didn't really expect that to happen. Anyhow, so this is how it's going to happen. And then all you got to do is put a button over here and a button over here. So this will be, so this is basically the on switch, and this must be off switch. Or actually it's basically switching it on or something like that. You could do whatever you want, or you could just use a lever. Anything's up to you. It's just the option. Oops, I didn't expect that to happen. it's kind of weird. Or you could actually, or it's up to you. You could actually put a lever over here, so it sort of looks as if it's actually powered to something. But again, it's up to you. You could actually either create this or that. But I prefer this over here, because actually, if you say that a cake is baking on it, you can't really place it at all. All you gotta do is basically put on top, because it basically takes a whole of the block. So let's say if I want to place this block, see, it just sends it at the top, and that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. And you don't want cake floating in the midair, right? And yeah, that's the problem. But over here, you don't need to worry about that. You don't need the detector rails. No. You don't even need these. All you gotta do is just get this simple block with the Education Edition switched on, and just get a cake over here. And if cooking or not, you could probably eat it, and it's kind of delicacy. But again, it's actually up to you. Let me just put the flower pot back in place, because actually I think that is a little bit because I think that is an interesting thing that I added right there, in order to show that something's cooking in there. If you don't have a pot, just put a flower pot. That's my advice. All right, let's move on with the video. So the next build that we're gonna go through, I think that must be the end of the video. I don't know. I actually I guess I think that's the end of the video, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you actually want to make a TV and you're actually thinking to yourself that the netherite armor is a little bit in is actually like it's I know it's useful, you know, it actually like it's stronger than diamond, I know that, but can there be any other use? Well, yes, you can make a TV, and I want to show you guys exactly what I meant. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be getting one of these blocks over here. So if you just hold on for a second, I'll just be right back. I'll just get all the materials that's gonna be needed. You know what? I'm just gonna put the cake over here for now. Yeah, ignore that. It's just it always appears all the time. Um, right now, this area here is actually the kitchen. Let's go around there, around where the hole is. Just patch it up. Right, so let's say if you want to make a TV, actually, you know what, let's make it over here. So, what you need to do is you actually get up to a high level over here, and basically, actually not that high, just make it enough where the armor stand could be in place, and let me just create a little bit of like this, because actually if you right click on this one, it'll wake up straight. Yep, that's actually the main rule. You can actually change any different poses on this guy over here. But I prefer the straight position because that's a little bit like it's kind of interesting instead of just making like this and the arms stick out, you know, that's not what we want. We only want this, we only just want this position. So what we need now is basically put an anvil over here, and all we're gonna do is actually put the pistons right where it's supposed to be, like facing towards this way and facing towards that way, like that. Okay, and if we power that, it'll push this thing over here, which will make the middle part over here. And now all we need to do is actually make sure that it actually falls into the hole. Actually, I don't mind that because I just had to make it a little bit straight. Right now, the next thing did be, oh dang it. You know what, let's actually just let this thing fall down. So we're just gonna take the anvil out. Let's put the netherite chest plate in the helmet like that. And all we gotta do is just push it downward. Let it fall. There you go, just like that, I think. Actually, come to think of it, I think I actually made a big of a mistake. I think it just sort of like made a little bit of a mistake. Let's actually try that one more time. I think I just made a little bit of a mistake here. So what we'll actually do is, so this is how it's going to be designed. Almost done on this side. Dang it. Okay. And what we're going to do is just get the pistons facing towards this way. Like that. And now all we actually need is basically another side like that. Power that. There we go. And now we also need another armor stand like that. And on this side, pistons facing this way. break the bottom part. Just like that. Oops, I think I made a little bit of a mistake. It's supposed to face that way. Like that. Now let's equip that with Netherite armor. There we go. Now all we gotta do is just break the bottom part so that it all fits up together. Okay, I think I made a little bit of a mistake. It's supposed to do that properly. So like get it separated. No. I think that's not how it's supposed to be. I think that's not how it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be it's supposed to be all of them supposed to be together. And let's do like that. Okay. Okay, like that. And then put that block here. Alright, now it's actually placed in the middle. Now all we're gonna do is actually basically push this thing downward into the ground. And I actually had done this design when I was trying to like make my house in Minecraft, and I totally forgot exactly how you basically make this thing. Oh, by the way, the sun is actually fixed. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I really used. So basically what I did is actually, I'm actually using the beehive thing as basically drawers at the bottom of the TV. But I'm trying to figure out exactly. It stays in the middle of the block. I know that. Okay, so I think this it's not supposed to be past a pole. It's supposed to be like that, like that. Now all we need to do is basically get a level like that. Let's break the bottom part like that. There we go. Beehive like that. Beehive like that. And now we actually just power up the pistons. Oops, I should have actually made a little bit like that. And all we're gonna do is just put redstone on that, just like that. Oh, okay. I don't know why does it happen like that. It's supposed to face it forward a little. There you go. And okay, now we gotta do it for the other side as well. Come on. Yeah, I think I gotta get a little bit close. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now all we gotta do is a little bit more and more and more pushing. That's all. Just a little bit more and more pushing until we get at such a point. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Did it work? There you go. We got ourselves a TV. Now all we gotta do is get this effect. Effect AE, which actually affects me and the armor stand, but I think that's okay. We can actually remove it but we can actually remove myself. In invisibility, this is the one, which is basically turning it into, let's actually do it for a long time. True, so that it doesn't show the particles coming out. And look at that. Although it turned me into invisible, it turned the armor stand into invisible, and that is exactly what we want. Now look at that design. So basically what we did is basically put the armor like that, and we also, let me just get this a little bit straighter over here. So basically what we had to do is a little bit of a redstone thingy. So we had to do a little bit more of the redstone thing. And so what really happened was we actually like powered some redstone. I don't know why does that really happen at all. Okay, there we go. So basically we pushed all of them into at a certain point where all of them actually sort of merges together. And that's exactly what we really did when we were trying to make the TV. And yeah, actually the thing is, actually it's kind of cool. Actually, I used this design for making my grandparents' house, recreating it in Minecraft. And yeah, it's actually kind of cool. And if you use a particle effect on this one, it will actually hide all of this, and it will only show the armor, which is quite interesting. Now I could just make it do crazy things. Do on the other side. So it actually looks as if it's a bulky TV. I don't know, but I think this design looks kind of cool, as you could actually like, I don't know, you can't really right click on this thing, but actually it looks kind of cool because this thing, it's a little bit of a TV, but what we could actually sort of do is if we put some walls on it, then it would look cool. But again, it's up to you. We can use net, and that's another use of netherite armor to make a TV. So thank you so much for watching this video. It's a awful lot of recording, and thanks so much for watching. It's actually, let me remove the effects, because actually that actually affected only just me and armor stands, which I use for making the TV. Oh no. There we go. Remove the effect. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Dang it, I can't even go through. It's a little bit bulky, I guess. If I just break the door, it will actually completely go out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the video. And don't forget to be the awesome Hero Brian.